Check it out, everybody. Today I'm back with another potential super budget buy. So we're gonna be installing, testing, and comparing this new one-finger clutch perch with the old clunky piece of junk I got on the CR right now. So I found these one-finger stunt clutch levers on Amazon.com, and I'm gonna be putting all the links down in the description for you guys to check it out. They come in all different colors, and I went with the gold color since it's really gonna match the rest of the bike. I believe it cost me $27, and they go for about 30 bucks, give or take. Sometimes there's a discount on them. And for the people that aren't really familiar with this style clutch lever, there's another company, Righteous Stunt Clutch, RSC, that make these levers, and I'm sure they're a much better quality, and they come with a lifetime warranty as well. But those levers cost over $100, and this one came in at $30. So I figured it would be worth a test and let you guys know if it's any good and whether it's worth the buy for any of you guys. Now, the reason some people might need this lever is because it's much shorter. It'll give you a lot more room to put a handbrake on here. I'm not going to be running a handbrake for now until I can master the rear brake myself. So this really is just for looks for me, and also to improve the feel of the clutch pull, because right now it's so heavy I can barely do it with one finger. And to make this comparison a little bit more legit, I'm going to lube up the cable and lever that I have on there now, get it all cleaned up, and see how that would feel if it was in perfect condition with proper maintenance. Then I'll put the new clutch lever on after that and compare the difference in the feel. So I will be lubing up this cable. I'm gonna remove the stator cover and make sure it's fully lubed, it's dripping oil out of the bottom. Clean up all the moving surfaces in this clutch perch, puts a little bit of grease in there, and hopefully that will make this clutch lever feel a little bit better than it is now. Also, when the bike warms up, the clutch pull does get a little bit easier. Okay, so I finally got this cable disconnected. It was corroded in there. There's a bunch of rust going on. I don't know what's happening. I might get a new gasket for this, but yeah, it doesn't look great in here. Anyways, the cable is disconnected on both ends, so it's ready to get lubed up. And to get this done, I'll be using this little cable luber that I have right here, and I'll also link this down below, but it's a really neat little tool, and it definitely makes this job a lot easier. I'll be using some of this Cable Life cable lube. You can use other lubes to get this done, but this is made for this, so you might as well. It definitely feels better. I can feel that there's a lot of friction up in here. This is the problem. So the cable feels great, nice and lubed, but it's still just is very rough to pull right here. It feels better. Now we have a comparison, something to test it against. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the new clutch perch on and we'll get it hooked up and we'll see what it feels like. So before I pop this lever in, I want to show you guys the magic behind this. Besides having a different design which has more leverage on the lever, it has this roller bearing. If you can look inside, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look in there, you can see the roller bearing. So having this little roller bearing right here where the bolt goes through, pivots, and the clutch lever actuates, that's gonna make this pull a lot smoother, hopefully. Woo! Here we go, moment of truth. Alright, well, I'm gonna be real. First test did not go very well. This lever did not feel any better, maybe 10% better. But before I freaked out and did anything crazy, I said I gotta give this thing one more shot. So here's what I did. As you can see here, there are 3 positions for the clutch cable receiver. And before I had it in the middle. And actually from watching another person's review of the RSC lever, they mentioned that this last hole, the one furthest to the right back here, that one is going to make this lever the easiest to pull. So by having this cable position all the way back, it actually makes the straightest line of contact with the cable. It pulls straight right there. And I gotta say that this lever feels way better than it did. I mean, look, I can actually use one finger, no problem. And using 2 is super easy. So the initial impression now is that this lever feels a lot better. The last thing I want to do is go out and ride the bike and actually test it out. So I'm about to gas this bike up and we're about to go shred it. Okay, well, it is Friday. I just did a shotgun, so I'm feeling real nice right now, and I'm trying to get this ride over with so I can start my weekend. Love it when the CR starts up first kick. That's a good sign. Also, I gotta confess to you guys, I was riding this bike all day yesterday. Y'all don't want no smoke. You don't want no smoke. Mama alone. So I already know that this clutch lever is absolutely awesome. And I would say that this lever is honestly almost 50% easier to pull. I can do it one finger if I have to. 2 fingers is like real easy. But let's go ahead and get going, y'all. So the other huge thing I noticed is not only is it a lot easier to pull the lever in, but once you have the lever pulled in, it takes almost no strength at all to hold it in. So you don't get tired from holding the clutch in. I mean, I can just wiggle around on there. It's super light. I'm always reaching for a 6th gear. This bike is a complete dream to rip around. And she definitely pops up nice. Yo, look at this view, everybody. I love it out here. Not to mention, how good does this lever look? I mean, it is beautiful. Makes my handlebars look like trash. And the real reason I bought this clutch is to do this. This bike has a fun factor like no other. I am a fan of this lever. It does exactly what I wanted, which is to make my clutch pull a lot easier. Number one, it looks good. I mean, for $30, come on! That's crazy. All right, well, that's a wrap. Full Throttle Films stamp of approval. This 1-finger clutch is definitely an upgrade. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something, or at least it entertained you. So I've still got a few more mods to do this bike in the near future, and I'm hoping to get some YZ videos coming for you guys before we raffle it off, which actually might happen in the next month. But I'm gonna keep working on my wheelies. Right now I'm trying to slow back down to 2nd gear and work on my brake control and just getting the bike higher up in the balance point. Oh yeah, and happy 420. Take it sleazy, and I'll see you guys in the next one.